Now watch the swing of our country and our government. Just 2 months ago, we were firing people from the VA. We were saying they were useless. They were overusing government funding at the VA. We were talking about changing survivor benefits, retirement benefits. I mean, the whole 9 yards. But as we soldiers and retired soldiers know, nobody cares about a soldier until the enemy is at the gate. They will begin to halt all these drawbacks on the VAs. They will begin to recruit overtime. They will begin to hand out bonuses, because the truth of the matter is you need numbers in order to fight a conflict on this scale. You guys were okay with taking those benefits from the family members. Where are all those people who stood on business then? They will go back in the hole and pretend they never said it.
What up, my beautiful black people? Welcome to Black People Politics Network. I'm Mr. Red. You ever notice how karma moves in silence but delivers with a megaphone? All this time, MAGA has been shouting down diversity in the military, screaming that the Army's too woke, banning DEI, calling black folks a problem, treating our service like it's a burden. But now, war with Iran is peeking through the blinds, and guess who they need to fight it? Not us, apparently. Remember, they didn't want us, so let their red hat warriors carry the rifles. The same MAGA men who cheered DEI bans, who said the military need to be less diverse, might just be the first ones called to die for their orange king. Karma is real, and war don't care about your red hat. We have a lot to discuss today. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
At the behest of Donald Trump, the military is dropping recruiting efforts at prestigious Black engineering awards events. The Army and other service branches are abandoning recruiting efforts at prestigious Black engineering events this week, turning down access to a key pool of highly qualified potential applicants amid President Trump's purge of diversity initiatives in the military.
That the Trump Pentagon does not welcome Black people. They're discouraging Black people from joining. There's no home for women. We know also the CNO of the Navy, the Chief Naval Operations Officer, who's a woman, was also fired tonight.
What this man wants is an all-white, all-male military, very similar to what Hitler had.
Now listen, that was no accident. Trump deliberately targeted DEI efforts in the military. He didn't want black people recruited, said diversity made America weak. But what he really meant, he wanted a military that looked like a campaign rally. You can't erase people from institutions and then expect them to die for your mistakes. It doesn't work like that. You ban us, exclude us, demonize us, then realize, damn, maybe we need these folks after all.
Critics say the new U.S. military grooming policy unfairly singles out Black service members. What's really going on? A recently updated military grooming policy is facing backlash for disproportionately affecting Black service members. The policy reverses decades-old waivers that allow individuals with razor bumps to avoid shaving due to medical concerns. Critics argue that the change creates unnecessary barriers for Black troops and could lead to service members being expelled if their conditions persist.
These folks were willing to risk military readiness over razor bumps. That's not national security. That's anti-Black pettiness from a man who has not only never served in the military, but he also dodged military service for a fake illness. This is the man that MAGA thinks is a real leader.
He's a goddamn joke. You're gonna fucking decide on Iran in 2 fucking weeks. Why don't you stop playing with the people? Why don't you stop playing with Israel? It's playing with everybody. You don't got nobody that fucking believes in you. The fucking world is basically laughing at you. You're gonna fucking decide in 2 weeks. Cause I know you're gonna back off. Cause you don't know nothing. You don't got no ideas. No fucking concept. And now MAGA don't want to have shit to do with it.
I mean, you don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble.
Yes, I don't think he knows what to do as of the moment we speak. And he doesn't like to be in these kinds of situations where he has to make a choice that he can't reverse the next day. I think really the Ayatollahs are waiting to see if this is a taco moment.
You can't be commander-in-chief when you can't even finish a coherent sentence. Trump doesn't have a war plan. He has a PR strategy. But the brother said it best. Trump ain't got no plan, just tweets and temper tantrums. Even John Bolton, who loves war, looked like someone farted in church. If he's nervous, we all should be. But here's the twist. Even MAGA media is starting to turn on itself. Tucker Carlson just roasted Senator Ted Cruz on live TV, saying he doesn't know anything about Iran and caring more about Israel than U.S. lives. This feud went viral, and I will pin the video showing it at the end of this one. So stay tuned. MAGA is brawling about who's the real patriot. And it's not just the talking heads. A brand new YouGov poll shows only 23% of Republicans support getting involved in a war with Iran. 51% say stay out entirely. Even Trump's own base is split down the middle. And all of that stand with our troops talk, they can't even stand together at a podcast mic, let alone on the battlefield. If they're fighting each other now, what happens when draft letters hit mailboxes?
How badly did Iran damage Israel's defenses and damage Israel itself with Iran's retaliation? Do we know?
Well, you have seen the quote from Ben-Gvir, because he was asked, why are you turning now to the Americans so soon? This is after the first 72 hours. And he said, because we didn't understand or appreciate the enormous striking power of the Iranian missile arsenal. So I think the Israelis are in bad shape. About a third of Tel Aviv is being damaged or destroyed. I think Israel is on the ropes, to be blunt.
Israel went too far. It underestimated Iran, and now it's going to drag the U.S. into quicksand. And Trump, he's not negotiating peace. He's throwing gasoline on an already raging fire. Presidents are supposed to de-escalate. They're supposed to be level-headed. This man talks like he's trying to win a Twitter beef with Tehran. Trump backed Israel's aggressive tactics, but he's not fit to manage the blowback. Trump was afraid to stand up to Netanyahu and tell him to stand down. Maybe it's Netanyahu, not Putin, that actually has the Trump R. Kelly-style P-tapes.
When you see this photo, what is the first thing that comes to mind? MAGA hats, white males, age approximately 18 to 26. Turning Point USA, or TPUSA, is a conservative organization with focus on young people, particularly those in high school and college campuses. They aim to educate, train, and organize students to promote principles of freedom, free markets, and limited government, targeting mostly white Christian nationalist youth, also empowering white male youth to act as ICE agents and basically go out there like they're the military police. Trump's re-election lands the Army best free promotion in 15 years as recruitment swells to record highs. We're about to go to fucking war. And guess what? Guess who we are gonna send to that war? Mostly 18 to 26-year-old males. Specifically, probably mostly white ones.
Our neighbor was supporting That's what you voted for. What do you mean? We don't read.
MAGA, you said America first. So why are you so quiet now? You wanted a culture war. Well, now it's real. All that chest beating about patriotism, time to prove it. The MAGA men who booed DEI, cheered Muslim bans, watched children and citizens deported, soldiers in the streets against Americans, and posted AR-15 selfies. Now you gotta suit up. You signed up for this war when you voted for the man who made it inevitable. And don't say you didn't. If you voted for this man for a single issue, but didn't listen to him make all the other lies and proclamations, didn't listen to the Republicans when they said they were coming after the service and entitlements you paid for with your tax dollars, this is your war. Y'all broke your backs voting against wokeness, but now you're cannon fodder. This ain't Call of Duty. This is real combat.
It's time to go to war, folks. So I'm calling on all you MAGA, men and women alike. You are so patriotic. You love the United States. It is time for you to sign up. Your country needs you, MAGA. You will travel the world, MAGA. You got a few stops first. Go ahead and sign up. Hopefully you go off to war and you don't come back.
Some even saying, hey, we'd rather go to prison for 5 years, get free food, have our clothing taken care of, rather than being shot at in a war zone. Watch this, Gen Zer.
So 5 years of rent-free living, free food, and no responsibilities versus being immediately obliterated by an AK-47 the moment I set foot on that battlefield. Do I look like somebody who the authorities are going to be chasing after, hunting down because they need me? They need me to grab an assault weapon and go try to save people's lives? Are you kidding me? Talk talk about a liability. Go find those people who are so like pro Second Amendment and wear like freaking American flag thongs and all that. Like, go find them.
That's the Gen Z energy I expected. They're barely affording rent. They're barely making it on their own right now. And now you want them to die for the Raytheon stockholders?
Y'all prepare yourself, because we must be going to war or something. We gotta be going to war. Ain't no way.
Oh no. Now the food's getting better? Not a good sign. Suddenly soldiers are getting gourmet meals like it's Top Chef on the front lines. We all know what that means. War is coming. They're not feeding you steak and lobster because they love you. They're buttering up the menu before they prepare to ship your asses out. Look, I'm not trying to kill your joy, but I did 20 years in the service. And if we're on the brink of war, the vibe should not be TikTok choreography and formation. I get it. We find joy where we can, but professionalism matters. There's a time for celebration and a time for preparation. This is time to lock in. We didn't join to be body shields for billionaires, but we serve because we've always defended a country that barely defends us. We serve for the people that we love. Act like it.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
Oh my God, bro. Hell no, man. Let him keep that same DEI energy in this war. Keep that same DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, right? You don't want black people, you don't want trans, gays, bisexual, whatever, people of color, minority, women. You don't want these people. Keep that same DEI energy in this war. You said you don't need blacks, you don't need gays, bi, transsexual, you don't need women. That's what you said. You don't need these people. So keep that same energy going into war.
My beautiful black people, if war does come, and I truly in my heart pray it doesn't, for no one, remember who brought us here. Not the woke crowd, not us black folks, but the same folks who said we were the problem. Now they're staring down the draft papers.
I think the hardest part about all of this is that middle-aged, I didn't think I could get fooled again by politicians, not after W, which I voted for.
Sure you did. We're not surprised.
I voted for peace and independent parties.
No, you did.
Every election since then.
No, you did.
And I'm still processing the fact that I'm part of the demographic that ushered this into power.
Yeah, thanks. Congratulations.
Now we're sending our kids to die in war again over nukes. Not weapons of mass destruction. That was never going to work. It's full-blown, maybe potentially nukes this time. I hate myself.
Our service members are being pampered to prepare for a war that could be prevented by a more capable leader. Trump is putting us on the brink of this war. And who's standing tall? Not the loudest voices. No, they're the ones sending you to war. It's not the red hat crowd, but it's the same folks that they tried to silence. The same black people who served, voted, and warned America every step of the way. You want a DEI gone? Cool. Just remember, when the draft comes, you voted for this. And karma wears combat boots. Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.